We are live.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I am live. But I won't start until see if anybody else jumps in.
Yeah, we don't need them.
No, we don't really. I managed all last week by myself.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize that we were walking over you last week.
That's all right. That's not a problem. Yeah, these things happen.
No.
Yeah.
So how you doing today? Doing good?
Oh yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. No, but actually, I had quite a few people. I can't remember the numbers now, but I had quite a few people click on it anyway after after it posted. So made me feel a bit better. Because I got right here. My first item here on my list is, well, last week was a bust. And nobody showed up. And anybody, I mean, people. I said, I can't remember how many clicked on it now since last week, but if they watched me waffle on for a whole hour, God bless them. I was just rambling towards the end there. But
that's a skill some people have, some people don't.
Yeah, I appreciate the support though. It was pretty good. So it wasn't a bust after all. I forgot about the after crowd, which was good. Anyway, number one on my topic today. Where's my buddy Night Strike?
I don't know. I honestly, that's why I jumped over here, is I figured you were already started, because he dropped out of the lobby, and then I'm like, oh, he must be going to join Rick.
That's where I thought he was coming too, but maybe he's going to come in closer to 3.
Yeah,
I gone live early. Bonus time. So we can. I can hang on till I do my first topic. I don't have many this week. I had other things on my mind this week. My AC went in my truck, so I had to get that fixed.
Oh, that's no fun.
No, I got that taken care of. Then I had to take my one of my 2 cats to the vet, and it's got diabetes. The insulin is $275 a bottle.
I'm trying to bite my tongue on that one. I'm not a huge fan of cats.
I'll be honest with you, I wasn't either. But these cats are about 10 years old. And some old lady had them since they were kittens. And because they're big, I don't even know, they're called Maine Coons. So they weigh about 25, 30 pounds each. She's had them since they were kittens, and nobody would take both of them. They said they're splitting them up. I said, they've been together for 10 years. How can you split them up? That's cruel. So I took them. But besides, I'm normally a dog person, so.
Yeah, I find cats are kind of like your roommates. Like dogs will be your friends. Cats are just living things that happen to be in the same house as you.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah. And you said a dog is your friend. You're a cat servant. The cat expects you to drop everything and do it when he's ready. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we got some people in YouTube chat. We got Smeggy and Harry. Things are looking up.
I was just curious if there was anyone out there watching.
What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
All right.
Yeah, I told you I wouldn't miss it. Woo!
I appreciate it.
No problem. How are you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing all right for a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. Did you start your list yet?
Oh, I got my list here. I haven't started it. No, I've been waiting to see if anybody else joined.
Okay. All right. What's up, Smeggy?
Same old. Just chilling.
Yeah. I was seeing a Night Strike join us today.
Well, it's definitely warm outside. I'll tell you that.
Where are you at?
New York.
Oh yeah, it's low 70s here today. Yesterday was hot.
Yeah, it actually
I think we
cooled off
had-
here, so it's not that
Oh,
bad.
really? It was 60s in the morning, and now it feels like it's 80 with humidity. It's this nasty.
Oh yeah, we're not that bad. I mean, it's like t-shirt and blue jean weather, so I don't know. That's probably in the 70s or something, but probably like low 70s.
I got up this morning and I went outside. 60 degrees, nice warm breeze. Oh my God, it's like sleep outside weather. But now, it's sweating balls weather.
Oh, yeah. I was about ready to turn my AC on, but I thought I'll just leave it off for the next hour while I'm on here. I didn't want it to hum in the background.
Yeah, you don't want your computer to like stay cooled and not like turn off on its own.
No. Yeah.
I had a computer blow up because of the heat one time. It blew the capacitor in the power supply.
Oh, yeah?
At work or at home?
No, at home.
Ouch.
Yeah, my old house, like my room was super hot. It was not very good.
Oh, you got the best room that like faces the sun all day?
Well, it faced the east, so we'd get the sun in the morning or whatever, but it just, I don't know, insulation or whatever. Like, it just was a hot room. But that was
Either
at
way,
my
it
old
sucked.
house, so it doesn't matter.
Either way, it sucked.
Yeah, I was in the middle of gaming, and all of a sudden my computer, like, I heard a pop, and my computer shut off. And so when I took it apart, I was looking at the power supply, and then I took the power supply apart, and the capacitors were all like oozing and stuff. So, yep, they blew up.
Oh, that's lovely.
Excuse me. Yeah, so anyway, let's see. We still got a little bit of time to see when anybody else shows up. Still got a minute. So I just started a little early today. Just Smeggy joined me. I put my links in early, and I didn't expect anybody to see them. Yeah.
I just found out this week my list number is pretty low for one of the jobs I applied for, so I'm happy to hear that. I was happy to get that information.
Well, you looking for a new job?
Yeah, because I've been on workers' comp and I can't go back to that type of job.
Okay.
So I had to put in for a different job that goes in a different direction. Because if I can't go back to that type of job, because then my spine would collapse.
Oh, yeah, you tell me about it. I know.
And I don't want my spine to collapse.
Yeah, I've heard those are kind of important. I don't know
Yeah.
for sure, but I've heard they're like kind of important.
Yeah, you need them like 10, 20%, or so.
I don't know. Mine's all crooked, so it's not doing me much good.
Well, yours crooked naturally, or you were injured?
No, it's just I got scoliosis, so it decided it didn't
Okay.
want to grow straight.
Yeah, my someone I know has it, and I believe their spine it's curved to the right. Yeah, so when you look from their back, it's like a backward C, the spine in the X-ray.
Yeah, that's what that does, unfortunately. Yeah.
So,
I said I got disability because I got injured at work.
right.
My back, my wrist, and my hip. Oh man, I got tore up.
How long? Well, I know Tony just got his final paperwork, his approval for that, and I know I believe he put in for it like 2 or 3 times prior. So I don't know what your situation was, but I know he was frustrated.
Well, I don't like telling people I got mine the first time. I got it within 9 minutes of applying.
Oh, don't say anything to Tony, because I know he'd be really jealous.
Yeah, I mean, my doctor told me to apply, so I did.
Right.
And he said, when the forms come to me, he said, I'll fill them all out what they want to hear. And I must have done the trick.
My doctor had me fill out the form too, and I put in and I think it took 3 months to get a denial.
Yeah, but
and I told my doctor, well, if I have the lawyer, what do you call it, appeal it, that could still take up to a year. And I said, listen, I'm going to have bills coming in within the year, and I'm already having bills coming in because I when you're off the job for a certain amount of time, your medical stops.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you're right. So the workers' comp pays for the workers' comp doctor, but now I still got to pay for my own doctor.
Yeah.
So I told the doctors, like, well, I told the lawyer, well, is there like a 90% chance I'll get it, or is there like a 50% chance I won't get it? Because I'm not willing to risk being not looking at least for work, within the year, because the bills are going to keep coming in. So I said, you know what, let me just at least keep looking for work and deal with the workers' comp case as it goes.
All right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, but what helps me is my age too.
Right.
I'm getting up there, so they allowed it. Anyway, it's 3 minutes past, so let's get the show on the road.
All right. Guns are fun.
All right. Welcome to
Rick's Life as I
See It. And if you go, anybody who's on YouTube, go over to Gun Channels. The link to join us live is on that chat, just in case anybody wanted to know. All right, my first topic is, because I'm actually looking for one, is gun safes. Right now, I mean, I don't have, as I said, I've only got, 3 or 4 pistols and a shotgun and a 22. I keep the shotgun and the 22 in the gun cabinet here with my ammunition. I mean, it's lockable. I know it's only a cabinet. I do have a sort of like a square house safe in my bedroom. It's where I keep my actual pistols right now. But I think it's time to get a gun safe because I plan on buying some more. So, any recommendations?
Well, I'll say,
what's your budget?
What's my budget? I'm a tight ass.
Oh, then my recommendation isn't gonna. My recommendation will fall on deaf ears. But in case someone out there wants to spend some money, and I think well-deserved money, Fort Knox. Fort Knox safes. Yes, they're expensive. They are excellent quality, made in the U.S. with American steel, and that's what I'm looking at getting.
What kind of price are they?
If you get in like with the entry level style, they're like $1,200.
Oh, that ain't bad.
But those are like this. That's like $1,200 for like the smaller ones and stuff too. So, like if you think of like a big like gun safe, like oh, this is like a big safe sitting in a room or whatever, they're probably $2,000 or $3,000.
Yeah, I mean something like you see sitting in mats.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm a big believer in. Like, buy a safe bigger than you think you need because you'll always need more room.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I'll check those out then.
What's the profile on those compared to like an aim point?
I don't understand your question.
What's the profile, the body size?
Well, they come in all sorts of different sizes.
Right, but you were referring to the smaller one, I'm saying.
Oh, it's like, I don't know, 3 foot by 5 foot tall or something. I don't have all the numbers off the top of my head, but like,
I mean, physically, that's pretty large. I'm gonna Google.
Yeah, I mean, you can
come up with.
Yeah, we can find them. Sorry, I'm in the middle of doing some other stuff too, but yeah, I can look some stuff up here. In fact, I think I have their calendar or their catalog here, sitting on my table downstairs.
Rick, do you have any other preference other than not high on?
What was that again, John?
Do you have any other preferences other than not being high on the price point?
No. As long as I want to be able to get my long guns in there and pistols. But
you want something that's compatible with both rifle and pistol?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not it. Shit.
Yeah. So what's Al having a problem with here? I hit play and I'm hearing 3 different conversations now. Have you got something left turned on? You got turned.
He might have two. He might have two of the chats going. Both of them have the volume going, so you may want to turn off one volume.
Yeah. Normally, the one in the main lobby, you have to switch off the thing up there because this is a separate chat room. And same with YouTube. If you got that playing in the background too, that could be giving you the echo as well. Yeah. So what do you use now for a safe, Smeggy?
Yeah. I'm looking for a safe.
Okay. All right.
Oh, nice. You don't want to buy Matt's safe?
What, Matt's selling a safe?
Yeah, he's not traveling with it across country.
Yeah, but to get it from where...
Yeah, it'd be worth it to ship all the way up here. See, that's the thing, man.
Yeah.
You just leave it in the house. Honestly, I've seen a lot of houses when I was looking, and it's like the safe comes with the house. It's just the way it is. No one wants to deal with that
Nobody
crap.
wants to bother with it.
It's like pool tables. A lot of people will leave their pool tables.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I mean, that's why I was saying I wasn't looking too expensive, because here, if I ever leave, it's staying. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just buy another one. That's why I didn't want to go crazy money.
Yeah, see, and that's the Fort Knox, like the Maverick series is like their lowest series, and the 60 by 24 by 18 is $1,200. And then let's go for like one in the middle. 37 by 27 by 66 is like 2,000, well, like 2,100. And then they're the bigger one. 72 by 41 by 27 is like 2,600. So you know it's, and that has a 1,200 degree rating for 45 minutes. And then they have like the Maverick Plus and the Defender, Protector, Guardian, Executive, Titan, and Legend. And if you go with a Legendary Vault, which is 72 by 61 by 27, that's only 18,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah, let's have a couple.
Only 18,000?
Yeah. And it only weighs 3,420 pounds. Stainless steel, all that, holy crap.
That's the same thing as getting a brand new shiny car.
Yeah, but like I said, the legendary ones those are like super fancy and stuff. But even, you get the Protector model, they're like 2,000 at the small side, 4,000 in the middle, 6,000 on the high side. That's the Protector level. But it's fucking 7 gauge steel, which is 3/16 of an inch. I mean, that's gonna protect you quite a bit. And they got all the fancy features of like it's got the corner bolts and the this, that, and the other, and like seriously, Fort Knox is just very good quality. I mean, especially the fire ratings and stuff. It's actually they mean it when they say it. I've seen videos where they put like a bunch of money inside a safe, and they literally did build a little house and then set the house on fire and let it burn for like 2 hours, and then they opened up the safe and like pulled the money out, and it was fine.
No, I mean, that's what you need.
And you're not breaking into one of those things without some serious tools.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you're thinking of moving, you don't want to spend tons of money. This isn't like your forever safe. I don't know. I've heard good stuff about Liberty. Now they're U.S. made, and I believe the dude who used to work at Fort Knox went and now works at Liberty. So they have some similar designs.
Yeah.
But I think I heard something where they use like imported steel and then they just like assemble it in the US. So yeah, it's US made, but it's like Chinese steel or whatever. And again, I've heard that. I don't know that 100%. But I know Liberties are a little bit cheaper, but also good quality. So that's the thing. I know, like you said, like the cabinet type thing, I'm of the belief it's almost not even worth the money. It's like if you're going to spend money, get something that's actually going to protect you with fire and stuff. So, like, I would avoid some of the big box store,
oh yeah,
like where those like stack-ons and stuff. Like, you can get those kind of cheap, but I don't think that's really.
I mean, that's basically what it is. I mean, it's just a filing cabinet basically with a door on it, or like an old locker you used to have in the gym at high school. Basically, is what it is. You know, but it's something.
Well, I hope it's more than that.
Ammo in, you know. So I said I wasn't planning on collecting guns. You know, I wasn't planning on having 6 or 7 of them within a year. You know?
No one ever plans on getting addicted to something. It just happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Rick, can you see the screen share?
Yeah.
So I don't know how good this primary arms is, but it's a 2.5 in 2.5 view scope. And it looks like it's rifle and depending on what pistol mount you have, it's compatible for both for 179.
Huh. That's good.
And right below it, they have a micro dot with a push button for 169 to the left of that. Do you see that where the mouse is?
Yeah.
So that's an option, I guess, but I don't know the primary arms quality.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
I wonder how many guns you can fit in there. Oh wait, that's not a safe.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on, since we have, you know, I think I got my information. I'm going to check out Fort Knox. I'm writing that down here.
Yeah, I know G-Web speaks very highly of them, and I trust his opinion. I've researched it quite a bit, and that's the thing is, like, especially if you're looking at fire ratings and stuff, you got to be careful because some people, like, they'll slip it in there like, oh, this has a 2-hour fire rating, and then you look at it's like at 800 degrees, and then you see the other one that's like it has an hour fire rating at 1200. Well, okay, you're not comparing really apples to apples there. So some places will kind of be tricky with their setup. So you just have to try and keep that in mind and compare. And I think they picked 1200 because that's like what a house fire normally is. Like I think that's why they use it for testing. But I don't know. Like that's the way I look at it. I want a nice safe that it'll be big enough to hold all the guns in the future that I'm going to get, and I might get other safes as add-ons or whatever. But then also, like, I can put important documents, maybe put some money in there, like jewelry, whatever. Like, I want to use it as a multi-purpose thing. So that's where fire is important to me as well, because yeah, I don't want it stolen, but I also don't want anything damaged if my house catches fire.
Yeah, I mean the little safe I got in the bedroom is, you know, I bought it mainly for my passport and stuff like that, and stuff that I keep in there, and it's got a fire rating on it. I think it's 1200 for an hour or something like that. It's only, you know, so like a square box.
Yeah, it's like a lockbox kind of thing.
What brand is that? Brinks?
But it, I can't remember what it is now. More likely made in China. But it does the job for what I want, you know. But I said I keep my guns in there, right? My pistols in there. They're so like piled up, or I got them wrapped in, you know, socks inside. So, anyway, I'm moving on to my next topic.
Well, I'm just curious about something real quick because you mentioned you put your guns in socks, just like regular like cotton socks, because I think that will actually like hold the moisture.
No.
It might actually be bad.
No, I'm those. The gun socks.
Okay, all right.
On Amazon.
All right, just
yeah.
That's what I just wanted to clarify for my own knowledge, and then for anyone listening or whatever. That's what I was curious because I used to keep my gun Well, I had a shotgun when I was a teenager, and I have a plastic hard case with like the foam, like eggshell stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to just keep it in there all the time. And then someone was telling me that, if you keep stuff in like rifle bags or cases or whatever, it actually holds the moisture against the metal, and it's not as good for it. So it's better to keep it either covered in those, what's that, like silicone or something spray? Like there's some type of coating on those things.
Yeah.
That keeps the moisture out, or like leave it out inside a safe and put in some of the dehumidifying stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I did at first, but then I saw, what was I watching? I think it was one of the YouTube things, and he mentioned the sock things. So I thought I'll give it a try.
Yeah, because that's my buddy was doing that. He kept his stuff in the cases, and there was one time like we took all the stuff out and everything, and I was pulling them all out, and he's got like surface rust on most of his guns. Now I cleaned up real easy. I cleaned them all up for him, but I was like, dude, you shouldn't keep them in this, because like, if your house has a lot of moisture in it anyways, then that cotton or whatever, the foam stuff, like it just soaks up the moisture out of the air, and then it's just sitting there right on the metal.
Yeah.
So that's just a tip for anyone listening if they didn't know. I didn't know. I learned. I think it was probably even someone on gun channels that told me that.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard somebody talking about it too. I've done a lot of research before I even bought my very first one. My very first gun.
Which one was your very first gun?
It was my M&P 45. The reason I went with that because as I said before, going for the concealed carry here in Rhode Island, if you take because you got to shoot a target 25 yards, and if you do it with the 45, you can carry anything with that. But like if you only take it with a 9 millimeter, you can only carry a 9 millimeter and down.
Really, that's dumb. That is really dumb. Michigan has a qualification thing, but you can use whatever you want to qualify, and once you get the permit, like you can carry whatever you want.
Yeah. Now here's the. I didn't realize this until I took the test, but the lady I took it with is it's 25 yards, 30 shots. So you got to get. I was maximum 300 points. You got 100. You got to get 195. Right? She says, but if you do it with a 45, you can carry anything. But she also says it doesn't say you cannot. People use lasers, red dots. It doesn't say you can't use them. I just done it with straight eyeball. I made it. I think I scored 220, to be honest with you. So I keep practicing at long distances because in 4 years' time, when that runs out, I got to go through the whole process again.
Oh, you have to requalify again?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, tell me about it. So I might not be here in 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Next topic on my list: carry knife. Do you carry one? And what kind? With your EDC stuff.
I'd have to look at what brand it is, but yeah, I always have a knife on me, and honestly, most of the time it's for cutting stuff. But what the heck is this? Oh, it is a Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson Special Tactical. It's got the Tonto style blade.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It like curves in at it cuts in at a 45.
Yeah.
I wish it was spring assist. I had a spring assist that I really liked, but it actually ended up like wearing out, and the spring didn't work very good. So this one's it's got the little like nub on the back, so you can like kind of kickstart it with your finger and then flick it the rest of the way open. So it is really easy to open one-handed.
Yeah.
I'd rather it have the spring. But it's nice. In fact, I got that from Dead Horse. Actually, he's Dead Horse Dad now on Instagram. He was doing a giveaway. And it was like repost this and comment or whatever, and I did that and I won.
Ah. All right. Actually, I got mine, my new one, just the other day. It's a Kinshaw, is that how you pronounce it?
Kershaw?
Kershaw, yeah. Yeah, I got it free because I bought something from, because I belong to the USCCA. I bought something off them the other day, and they gave me a free knife for buying it. Mind you, it has their brand plastered all over the blade, so they more than likely got it cheap anyway, and they're just giving them away free. But the actual model, actually, I think they got the box here somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. It's a Model Clash 1605. Sells for about $50. So that's one fingered opening, which I like. So I'm going to start carrying that. So.
Hey guys.
What's up?
Internet went nuts.
Okay.
My phone rang and I couldn't shut off the chat, and the whole computer froze. And I figured it was the Gun Channel's website that was freezing everything up. So I had the computer because it wasn't doing anything. I'm sorry about that.
That's not a problem. That's not a problem. Our subject is carry knives.
Ooh.
You carry one?
Flip ones or straight handles?
Well, it's up to you. I mean, I carry a flip one for my EDC. I do have some straight knives, but I don't carry any of them. I carry that in my pocket every day.
I just carry 3 inch. It's a titanium. I don't know the number and the name on the knife and the model number are kind of worn out.
So it's a flip. We heard it's a titanium 3 inch, but you're kind of breaking up. We didn't hear.
Yeah, you throw a robot in on us a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 3 inch blade, titanium, but the model number is.
Well, okay then. It broke up again, dude. Yeah, we heard you can't read the model number.
Yeah, people.
That's it.
Yeah, people in the chat saying that they're having trouble too with their computer, with Chrome. So. Oh well.
Yeah, Sean, I don't have any other tasks running. I closed all the other windows. This is the only window I have open. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh well.
It kind of just sounds. Yeah, it sounds like your internet's being wiggity whack. Also.
Yeah. I mean, I've got. For me, who walks with a cane, can barely move. I got some great knives if I ever got to be stuck out in the wilds. I got me a big giant sort of like 14-inch Bowie knife. I go.
That's your carry knife? That's your carry knife?
No. I said I got one if ever I have to go on the shit hits the fan. I'll be carrying it then, But now my carry knife is this is I don't know if you can see it on the camera. This is my carry knife right here.
What is that?
How do you pronounce it again, Smiggy?
Kershaw.
It's a Kershaw.
Oh, it's a Kershaw also?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah, they're the least expensive and they're decent knives for the money. So.
Oh hell, it was free too, so I ain't complaining.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it when he bought something else. It was like thrown in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a 511 knife one time when I purchased something for 511, but the knife was crap.
That happens a lot, but I lucked out on this one. You know.
Yeah,
it's not top of the line, but it's a good knife for what I'm going to use it for. You know.
For cutting your apples.
Yeah, basically. You know.
Same here with this Kershaw.
Yeah. Yep. That's basically it. Okay.
I mean, I have a couple of those monthly subscription boxes, but I don't get them anymore since I'm not working. Yeah. But I got a couple of things good for hunting and good for camping, but can't use them outside unless I actually go hunting or camping. So maybe one day.
Yeah, I've thought about, going and getting like a really fancy knife, but I don't know. I think my money's better spent on other things at this current time. But I see all the people nerding out on, whatever, all the Benchmades and the whatever else. Those I don't even know some of the other good companies.
$400, $500, $600 knives.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't see spending that kind of money on a knife. You know,
I can't justify it either.
A knife's a knife.
Right. I mean, to some people, if you're using it like as a backup for self-defense or whatever, right? Like, yeah, you want it to be good quality if you're going to be using it as a backup. But the way I look at it is 99.8% of the time, I'm going to be using it to cut boxes and stab into the side of a tree or like whatever. And I don't want to do that to an expensive knife.
Yeah, and as I'm sitting here cutting my apples, I'm watching gun channels,
Yeah.
That's not what I use it for.
That is a badass thing, though. I mean, you always see it in the movies. Dude who like eats an apple by cutting chunks out of it, and then you stick it with the edge of the blade and just eat it off the end of the knife. Like that's a badass move right there.
Yeah,
you're talking about Rambo, right?
I can slice it with the knife, but I don't stick it on the end.
Oh, so you're only half badass.
Yeah, I only cut my tongue of it that way, So. Anyway, moving on. Next topic. I think you were talking about this earlier today, Smeggy. Like these gun bills that are sitting in Congress right now. Are they ever going to get done?
I hope so.
But when? How long do we got to wait?
When they get around to it.
Don't forget the negative bills.
I mean,
plenty of anti-gun bills out now that are active as well. The Democrats are trying to sneak in Massachusetts. They have anti-gun bills right now, and they're fighting those. And
Rhode Island's got some nasty ones coming up. But I was talking about federal mainly. Like national, for we can carry anywhere. That's been sitting there since Congress started back in January 1. All he's doing is gathering dust.
That's always trying to sneak something in, though. They're always trying to sneak their little, stop the bill, and then try to amend it before it gets approved. If they know it's getting approved, and they try to sneak their bullshit inside those bills.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the Hearing Act too. I mean, that's been going nowhere.
It's not been going nowhere. They've been working behind the scenes to get co-sponsors, and basically, here's the thing, and I understand it is frustrating, right? When you see a bill that you want passed, and you're like, just hurry up and pass it already. Yeah. The problem is, if they push it through, and it gets out to like the main floor, and they don't have enough votes for it to pass, because they are going to have to flip some Democrats. Like they can't just do like, okay, we'll just vote as a block and we win. No, it doesn't work that way. They don't have enough votes. So if it gets out too early and it gets voted down, then it's done. It's dead. They have to start all over. If it sits in committee for a while and they wheel and deal, let's be honest, we all know how government actually works. So it's like, hey, man, I'll vote for your like wind farm if you vote for my Hearing Protection Act. And they say, yeah, okay, we'll trade. So it takes a while to get that all sorted out. And then normally they don't ever put it up for a vote until they know for sure it's actually going to pass, because they have it on pretty good authority that they're going to get a certain number of people to flip.
Yeah. Mind you, Sean there, I agree with him. where he says we're too busy screaming paranoia about the Russians and not getting anything done.
Well, that's I mean, that's the news and stuff, but I don't know if like the senators and representatives are. Well, I guess some of them are. But
well, the flip side of that coin is you remember when G-Webs posted that video of, I don't know if it was Congress or the Senate or whatever it was, and the Republicans voted for a bill, but they didn't realize what it was because they only heard the good stuff, and the Democrats snuck some bullshit inside that bill. You saw that video, the live chat?
You're talking about the Hughes Amendment that was added on to the.
Yeah, so they do that stuff. They've been doing that stuff since even before the Hughes Amendment.
Well, yeah. So I think back of there was a Simpsons episode. You know that old Schoolhouse Rock, like I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill. Anyways,
the little dance musical they did, yeah.
Yeah, but they do that, and it's like, they explain how Congress like actually works, and in the song they talk about backroom deals, and they're blackmailing people, and they're like, and then you take this bill that is unpopular and paperclip it to a bill that everybody likes, and that's how and that's opens the floodgates for all these other bills, and then all these like crazy bills run up the stairs. But it's like a 2-minute little segment on Simpsons, but it explains government perfectly. I think everyone should watch that. Like, if you want to know how government works, watch that 2-minute segment on The Simpsons, because that's in reality what happens.
You're absolutely right, unfortunately.
But that being said, I saw a thing from what is his name? Knox something. And it's not Jeff Knox or Neil Knox, which is Jeff's dad, which is also working on this type of stuff. They started the NFA-FA, which is the NFA Freedom Alliance. So it's not him. It's some dude whose first name is Knox, like Knox Marshall or something. Anyways, he's the head of the American Suppressor Association. And he was on Collion Noir just the other day talking about the Hearing Protection Act. And basically he is positive. Like, he has a good outlook on it, saying that, yeah, it's working. It's going through, and, basically like keep the faith kind of thing. So I'm hopeful that it will end up getting passed and that it will get signed and we'll be all good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I get notifications on that national
reciprocity.
Is it 838 or whatever number it is? I get email notifications every time a co-sponsor gets added, and I get that once or twice a week. But I mean, they're getting people behind it. Just ain't fast enough.
Right. No, yeah, and like I said, I can understand your frustration. That definitely.
I mean, especially from up here. I mean, John in New York having the same problem. I mean, up here, I have to have one for every state because nobody recognizes each other up here.
You can come to Michigan.
What I was going to say is, on that, though, I don't know, but can't they use like Sean, are you reading the chat there, Smeggy?
Oh, not particularly at the second.
No, I mean, like Sean says, he's pretty sure they can use the nuclear on anything. So do they really need all them Democrats?
Well, they still need the right numbers.
Huh? Yeah, I would imagine most of they've got to have the majority on gun issues, surely.
Rick, I would in a heartbeat apply for out-of-state licenses. Even living in New York, I would apply for out-of-state licenses if the national capacity was the case.
I got 6 out of state. That's my home state.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, but it costs money.
It does.
That's the problem. When I can just have one license and go everywhere. That's what I'm getting frustrated over. I don't want to fork out this kind of money I've been forking out for all these. I mean, because like Massachusetts costs me $100 a year.
Oh, a year?
A year.
That's like a gun club membership, babe.
Yeah. Oh, I got that on top of everything else too. and you got to try to buy guns and ammo, and goddamn licenses to carry anywhere. I mean, like where I'm at in Rhode Island, I can actually see Connecticut from my window. The state line is that close. But until I got my license, I had to leave my gun at home because I couldn't go that 100 yards. And it's pathetic. That gets me frustrated on that. And I don't know what I'm really talking about, so I just rant and rave. People around here don't want to listen to me anymore. They think I'm crazy.
No, it's frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, they're very democratic here too. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm mentioning. I mean, where I go for breakfast, in the mornings, they're always arguing with me over Trump, and they laugh every time I go in there. What is it? I just tell them to go fuck themselves.
Oh, they're a bunch of Smurfs.
Oh yeah, I said problem is you guys haven't gotten over losing. I said that's your problem. Then they go. I mean, then they go on about. They pick all the. I mean, I think Spicer said it right in one of his news conferences the other day. It's like not only the media, but all these people in this restaurant I go to every morning watch every word that is said by the Republicans and waiting for a mistake so they can go, gotcha. Even if it's pronouncing a word wrong. Oh, look, he's got a fucking third grade education. He can't even talk properly. I just want to pull out the 45 and shoot the fucking lot of them. Oh, shit, I shouldn't say that now. I'm going to get in real trouble. Oh,
They've lost their minds, Rick. Don't worry. Give it a couple of years. They'll blow their own minds out.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I've used that line before, kind of what you just were joking about, was that if gun owners were as violent and evil as Democrats think we are, there'd be no Democrats left.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've said that so many times with the guy I argue with at work, because he's the type, he's like, well, if open carry is legal, people will, shoot someone over a parking spot or whatever. And it's like, dude, you do realize Michigan's always been legal open carry. There's no law against it. You always can openly carry a handgun in Michigan. And the concealed carry is shall issue, which means basically as long as you're not a bad guy, you do have to take a class and whatever, but that's not that bad. And then they give it to you. So it's like, if people were going to be shooting people over parking spots, they'd already be doing it. But they're not doing it. You don't hear about that. And that's, the one time, man, he was just going on and on about that stuff. I don't know if at this point, this might have been early when we first started arguing guns. He might not have realized I had my permit, but he was talking about, these crazy people who carry. And I looked at him like, you do realize that I put a gun on my hip and then go out about my day. So you're talking specifically about me. When you say these crazy people who carry guns are going to shoot someone over a parking space, you're saying to my face that you think I would murder someone for taking my parking space. And he's like,
well, that's your coworker you were talking about, right?
Yeah, he's quite liberal. And I will give him the benefit of the doubt. He plays up being anti-gun more than he actually is, because he knows it makes me mad. He is anti-gun, but he goes even further. He says stuff he doesn't even believe just to make me mad. So I have to keep that in the back of my head that he's just trying to rile me up. But it's like, dude, and that's what I said to him. I'm like, if people shot other people when they got mad at them, I'm like, trust me, a lot of our conversations would have ended differently.
Yeah, you get the old saying, give them guns, you're going to be okay corral out there. I haven't seen it yet.
They only go that way because they have no footing for their argument. So they'll go with what they don't believe just to drive someone batty.
Oh, yeah. You're right. But, that's, I said I shouldn't let it get to me, but it does at times. It really does. Especially when you're surrounded by it. But as I keep trying to remind them, I said, yes. I said, the Democrats won this state yet again. I said, but look at the result. I said, it was 60% Democrat, 40% Republican. Now, for Rhode Island, that is high. Normally, it's, 15, 17% Republican, the rest is Democrat. So I said, you're losing ground,
Well, a lot of the young people realize they just went too far this election, and that's the young people turning.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
Yeah. I mean, then of course you get the argument, I said, you really would have wanted Hillary in there, the criminal she is. Well, it was never proven. But you're trying to tell me it's dealing with the Russians? I said, has it actually ever been proved? No. I said, what's the fucking difference? Don't get me started. I can spend hours yelling at this.
Democrats, all through history, have, they created slavery. They created all this stuff. Now they want to erase everything. They want to take all these monuments down and say that the Civil War never happened. So we can say, so some people on our side might say, okay, well, if the Civil War never happened, slavery never happened. Okay, done. So now you can put all your stupidity, 90% of your stupidity away, and everybody can go back to living happily together.
Yeah.
They don't have a footing for their argument.
I know. I don't want to be called racist, but over this next statement I'm going to make, but I'm going to make it anyway. What I couldn't understand is the way every election we got to win the black vote. And what I can't understand is why so many, I treat everybody the same, but why so many vote Democrat? They're the ones that created slavery. It was the Republicans that released you. But and that's it. I ain't going to say any more.
I do think it's ridiculous to be like, okay, no discrimination or whatever. Like, treat everyone as an individual. Like the way I look at it, I've always said, I'm not racist. I hate everyone equally. That's kind of my cynical joke type thing. But like, honestly, that's when I meet someone, I give them the benefit of the doubt, no matter who they are. They get the benefit of the doubt. Once they prove to me that they're an asshole, I don't like them.
Same here.
I don't care what color. I don't care if it's a guy, girl, young, old, whatever. If you're cool to me, I'm happy. If you're a jerk, I'm not happy. It's pretty darn simple. Yeah. So to be on one side of the mouth saying, well, treat everyone as an individual, like it doesn't matter what group they come in and all this stuff. I go, I completely agree with you. And then to say something like, well, we got to get the black vote because they always do this or do that. It's like, wait a minute, you're treating them like one big group? That's a group of individuals. They can all think for themselves, and some of them might be smart, and some of them might be dumb, and some of them might be nice, and some of them might be mean. And just like every other person in the world, just treat them like people. I don't understand. Like,
hell yeah. I mean, there's asses in every creed and race and color.
They're brainwashed. I mean, look at all throughout history. Look at all the great strides and achievements came from someone who was black. They're obviously individuals. They obviously know how to think for themselves. But then you have the groups that, again, they want to make it a group thing, and they're voting for the same thing that created the stuff that they're arguing against.
Yeah.
But saying Republicans and are responsible for it. It's like, no, it's the Democratic Party that started all this stuff, and that's the party you want still in power. Are you mad?
Yeah, I agree with you there, Sean. If you look in the chat, he wrote some, like politicians need to stop we need to get the entire color here vote instead of being like we need to earn the trust of the voter. What it all comes down to, So
as individuals,
I agree with you there too about Comey did lay a slam dunk in the case against Hillary, then threw it away because we won't prosecute. I agree. Anyway, politics and religion we shouldn't be talking about. We can get mad.
Yeah, but guns are fun.
Oh yeah, they are.
And I look forward to the day when I get to vote between, or make a decision between a pro-gun Republican and a pro-gun Democrat, and a pro-gun libertarian. And I
It
just
would
get
be
to pick based off of something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Something that's not going to
more
infringe
than
on
a
my
two-party
rights.
system.
All right. Next on my list. Do you guys dry fire practice a lot? I do all the time. I do with my pistols here. I got me a little. It's called eye target. It's a little laser bullet that I stick inside the chamber of my 45. I got one for the 38 too.
Oh, that's what you use to sight in your bore, right?
No, use it to shoot at my target. It's got a laser light on it.
Oh, okay.
When a firing pin hits it, it lights up, so I can use my actual weapon that I carry, and I practice the target. And I use my cell phone on it, so when it hits the target, it records it on my cell phone. It tells me if I hit the bullseye and makes sounds like a rifle or pistol going off and all this kind of stuff.
What's at the other end? An actual target?
Oh, I got a target down the other end of the room here.
Is it an electronic target?
This is just a laser right here.
Is it a target an electronic target?
Like, is it a piece of paper or is it an electronic thing?
It's a piece of paper, but somehow it transfers to my cell phone.
Oh, whatever the phone is picking up, that's the target.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause my phone's down near the target.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's called eye target.
Eye target.
Yeah.
I know
So if you
laser
don't
light
have a
has
gun, you
something
could just
like
take
that
it with
too.
your finger.
I said it just slips right inside the chamber of my actual carry gun. But I say I practice here drawn. I don't always use that, but I practice drawn and dry firing all the time. I dry fire more than I shoot.
Sean says we need to get one of those in 4570.
I don't know they make it in 4570.
That'd be cool if they did.
Go to the website. They'll be able to tell you. It's called eyetarget.com, I believe.
Sean is waiting for the day he gets to pick between an M60E4, an MG42, and a select fire Chris Vector in 10mm.
Oh yeah.
That would come shortly after all sides agree on being pro-gun.
This is true.
But as far as the dry fire thing, I have to admit I don't dry fire practice that much. I probably should more, but I just don't. But I'm thinking maybe if I had one of those laser type things, maybe I would do it more, because when I've done it in the past, like you said, I just like practice my draw, and I'm like, aiming at the clock on the wall type of thing. Like, I don't set up targets and stuff. So it's like I'll do it for a little bit and I get kind of bored pretty easily and I just go do something else. I have a little problem with ADD.
Oh, only pistol calibers there, Sean? Sorry about that. No. Must have gone. No, I mean, a lot of times, like when I'm sitting here listening to the Daily Gun Show or listening to Matt or Yankee or whatever, I'll be sitting here with it firing at the target. I don't always use my cell phone because it will put the red dot on the target. There's no noise or anything, but I can see what I'm hitting. And I got a target here that's how it's like. I got one there. There's a little round dot that says 25 yards. So if I'm 12 yards away from it, that'd be like I was shooting 25 yards if I hit the center of it. So my target's 12 yards away from where I'm sitting right now. Not 12 yards, 12 feet. Sorry. 12
yeah,
yards.
well, I've seen stuff like that before. It's been, I forget, someone makes them, I forget who, but they're like IDPA targets.
Yeah.
And you get like 3 different sizes. So like you can put them on the same wall, but it's as if it's 10 yards away, 20 yards away, and 50 yards away, or whatever.
Yeah. So I use the 25 one because I told you I got to repeat it again in 4 years' time. So I want to keep my eyeball on that, And I'm quite surprised how good you doing dry fire like that. I'm surprised how good that I have become shooting when I do it on the range.
Oh, so you are seeing quite a bit of improvement by doing the dry fire?
Oh, yeah. Also, I decided, I try to go more accuracy at the 25 yard, but, like from 7 to 15 yards, I just go for, when I'm shooting now, I'm practicing to hit just mass body area. Because I got the old the big white dot on sight, so I just point and shoot. Get the red dot. Get the white dot on the target, pull the trigger, and I'm going to hit center mass every time. Well, I can now. Let's put it that way. I hit center mass every time.
So what do those? What does that bore laser cost?
The whole kit cost me something like $130 or something like that.
And is it just that one caliber, or is it
you only get one caliber with it, with the kit, and you can buy extra calibers. That's where they get you. They charge you about $50 for another caliber.
And it comes with the software, or it's the laser just picks it up?
The software you download off of either iPhones or Google Shop.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask, because it is called iTarget, but does it work with Android phones?
Yeah, that's what I use, an Android. I got a Samsung. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Oh, yeah. And they even have things on there now where I think they're even making one where you actually pay for it, which has more sort of like games you can play shooting with friends and stuff. I haven't gone into it yet and looked.
See, this I'm seeing on their website now. iTarget sled and laser bullet package, $90.
Whoa! Sean found it for $69.
So,
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I might have to do that, man.
I'm finding it, Smeggy. I'm finding it for $34.99 at Sportsman's Guide.
But is it the whole package?
It's no, it's just a 45 cal.
Oh,
So that's just the bullet then.
Right, but you can download the software for free anyway and just make up your own target.
Well, yeah, the phone's got to be whatever, like a certain distance away from the target and stuff. But yeah, you might be able to get it to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
Good. So I like it. The reason I got it was I could use my actual carry. And unfortunately, the only bad, and I don't really call that a bad idea, is to get the damn thing out of the barrel. I have to stick a pencil down the other end of the barrel, and it just knocks it out when I'm finished.
Yeah, that's what I was just reading, is that it doesn't have a rim on the case.
Yeah, so what you have to do is take a pencil down the barrel or a smooth stick and knock it out.
Which actually, they probably do that on purpose so that, like, if you're trying to practice like your trigger reset and stuff, where you can pull the trigger and then, rack the slide and then do the trigger reset. And by racking the slide, it won't, pull the case out. So
yeah.
If you look at this screen share, they're all $30 and change. So probably for $150, you can get 5 calibers.
That's not bad.
You see the screen share, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's Sportsman's Guide.
Okay.
So that's not a bad deal.
That's not a bad deal. But that's what I do. That's what I do. To me, dry firing is paying. It's paying. I need to do a lot of more because when I go to the range, what I don't do a lot of drawing. I do some, but not enough, because when I go to the indoor range or whatever, they don't allow it drawn from the holster. But that new range I'm joining, which I hopefully should be in next month, you can draw from the holster there. So I'm gonna start practicing that. You know, because they say I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, you hear people say you got to train if you ever get into a situation where you automatically know what you're doing when the time comes. But then you get
well, I think that holds true when you're in law enforcement. But as far as civilian wise, I think people should train at least once a month. The train part, I think, is for people who do it every day.
Yeah,
but obviously, if you could afford to go more, you should go more.
Yeah, but then you ever listen to Yankee Marshall? He doesn't believe it. He training's okay, but he says you don't need it.
No, of course you need it. It's just like anything else.
Here's the thing, though. What he's talking about when he's saying like, "Oh, you don't need the training," I'll put words in his mouth. He might be saying something different, but the way I interpreted it was he's talking about like you don't need to go take tactical response or some other type of like, you know, crazy like, you know, tactical whatever type training.
Exactly.
But he's not saying there's a difference between taking training and like practicing and, you know, training. And so I think he still would say, yeah, you got to go to the range and like practice and, you know, get your skills. Just he's more talking about like the tactical training stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
It is, you know, basically what he was talking about, which part of that he made that whole video just to, you know, piss people off and stuff. But
yeah, it was one of those...
he does his videos in a certain way. You know, that's why he's Yankee Marshall.
Yeah. Right. But I mean, that's as far as the thing. I think, yeah, training is important. And I'm talking like maybe I should say practicing is important or whatever.
Right.
Because, you know, you never know what's gonna happen. And yeah, most of the time you are gonna be pretty close. So, you know, you're not gonna have to take a really long shot. But the way I look at it is if you're really good at a really long shot, then you're going to be like amazing at a close shot.
Well, that is what Rhode Island says when they do that 25-yard qualifier. They're saying, well, if you can hit it that target, the closer it is, the more likely you're going to hit your target. You know?
When you guys took your CCW class, what was your did you both have like within 7 yards or within 30 yards to qualify? Is it all the same everywhere?
No, Rhode Island you qualify at 25 yards.
And what about you, Smaggy?
It is definitely not the same everywhere. Michigan, the way they have it set up, they have a live fire part of it, and basically they give like a recommendation, but you don't. It's up to the instructor of what to do. And so basically, by the end of the thing, the instructor has to sign off saying like, yes, this person is, you know, competent in handling a gun. And so with their suggestion, it ends up taking 50 rounds to complete the whole thing. They get like a big silhouette, and it's supposed to be at like 3 yards, 5 yards, 7 yards. And you do like one magazine, just like slow fire. And you do one magazine, like coming up from a low ready, like not from a holster, but just like kind of hold it low ready, come up and like double tap and then put back down. And then you're supposed to like go to 5 yards, do the same thing, and then do one-handed. But there's like all this different crap. My buddy was like, because that's my teacher was actually my buddy. And it was just me and a few friends and my dad taking the class. So we just went to the range. We put the targets out at, you know, 10 yards or whatever, and then just like shot a bunch. And he's like, okay, you guys all know how to shoot guns. So
the reason I ask these specific questions is because if I do go out of state for a couple of days or take a week of vacation, I'm trying to figure out what states have out of state licenses and which ones require for you to actually be there. And then I could possibly, if I have the money when I'm in those states, wherever it may be, that I could actually get my get an out-of-state license while I'm there.
Oh, well, then in that case, you can ignore Michigan because Michigan does not offer any non-resident permits.
Well, I wouldn't go to Michigan.
Does.
No offense.
Rhode Island does non-resident, but you have to come here and take the test.
Right.
Well, you don't have to come here to take the test. You have to have the test given to you by a qualified instructor.
It's one of those online courses you could take and give them the certificate. I believe Rhode Island accepts those. I'm not sure though.
You know, but I know you definitely got to do the shoot with Rhode Island. So if you go down your local range, get your NRA instructor. It's called an Army L target.
Okay.
It's a big O sheet, you know, and it's got a bullseye in the middle, and that's what you got to shoot at. You got to get a score of 195 out of 300 using 30 shots. But anybody can do it as long as it's done within 6 months of applying with your application.
Okay. Again, I don't know if I would do it out of state for Rhode Island since they charge $100 every year. It's not
not Rhode Island. That's Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. I'm sorry. You're right. I apologize.
Rhode Island is actually it's only $40 for it's $40 for 4 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's actually really cheap.
It is.
Okay, then maybe I'll take a trip to Rhode Island.
But then again, see, that's okay. But unfortunately, hang on. No, you could. Yeah, there's certain states that recognize Rhode Island, but Rhode Island doesn't recognize anybody. So
it's the same thing it's the same with New York.
Yeah.
There's about 10 states that don't recognize anybody else. And I know because those are the only 10 states I can't carry in.
Most of them are up here in the Northeast.
Yeah, because Michigan actually, we accept every state's resident permit. So as long as you can get a permit from your own state, you can carry in Michigan.
Oh, from any state?
From your state.
You have to be a resident in that state.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but from any state, it's not limited to.
We accept all 50 concealed carry permits.
Oh, wow.
But it has to be a resident permit. So, like, in your situation, let's say you can't get one from New York because they suck and they're dumb. So you go get a Utah non-resident. That Utah non-resident doesn't work in Michigan. But if you bribe the people that you live with and you got a New York resident permit, you could come carry in Michigan. So as long as you can get one from your own state, you can carry here.
That sucks.
Yeah, because some states you got to read the law because some states will say they're recognized so and so thing, but then you read the small print, it says non-resident, not recognized.
Well, I think it makes sense in a way because if you have it in your state, that means if it's good in your state, that means you did it the right way. You went about the process the correct way, the legal way, and that's where concealed reciprocity comes in, and it should be all 50 states, you know.
Well, and that's the case that the states that don't want to recognize carry, that's what they make is that, well, some person who has it from Texas, they give it out to anybody, and that's not enough hoops to jump through. So California doesn't recognize Texas because California makes you jump through more hoops. And they're scared that, like, out-of-staters will come here and be unsafe and blah, blah, blah. Like, it still is a pretty dumb
California needs to worry about out-of-staters. California has plenty of in-staters they should be worrying about.
Right. And, I mean, how often does something happen of a non-resident goes to a thing, especially a non-resident of the state that went through whatever hoops they had to go through in their own state? Like, I've seen the stat a bunch of times that concealed carry permit holders are, like, as a group, the most law-abiding group. Like, there's a better percentage of law-abiding people than of cops if you just look at the total.
Right. I mean, half of California, a lot of their cities are like little Chicagos. That's how bad they are with the gang problems.
Right.
And they're worried about the citizens that are doing everything the right way and legally.
Yeah, and they're worried about the family from Montana that's trying to go to Disneyland or whatever. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Those people aren't causing any problems.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I think that you should, national reciprocity would be good. I've heard the argument against it. I'm open to hearing that, but I haven't been convinced of that. Like, because basically the argument is that when you give the federal government control to allow it, then they have just as much power now to disallow it. And so all of a sudden now the federal government's telling, Arizona that they can't be constitutional carry or something. I mean, that's kind of like the argument. I don't quite buy that, but I do see a problem of like other states going, well, because there are some states where you just, pay $10 or whatever. They do a background check. They give you the permit. And then you have the ones where you have to have a 10-hour course in live fire and all that crap. So
there's some states that do $10 permits.
I don't know, whatever, probably.
Well, I mean, take Utah non-resident permit. All you got to do is send them a picture, and I can't remember how much it was, money, and they send you one.
Right. There are definitely, I know for a fact, there are definitely states that don't have classroom requirements, and there are some states that have classroom requirements but not live fire requirements, and there are other that have classroom and live fire requirements. So, but anyways, my point being is that what I was worried with the national reciprocity is that they would say, okay, we're like every state's permits recognized everywhere else or whatever, but now we're going to have a minimum requirement that you have to have some type of classroom. So then what that would do is it would force like the states that don't have that requirement would now have to have that requirement. And that's where I think people get with, oh yeah, that opens the door for the federal government telling the states what to do.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
It's not in there as of now. I can understand the worry because I have that same worry of like they might put it in there. It'd be like the thing people always use, hey, your driver's license from the state you're in works in every other state, but every state has some type of driving test and some type of class you have to go to. So if you like, even if you're using that argument as a pro-gun thing, the anti-gunners could come right back and say, but yeah, every state has a minimum type of classroom and tests that you have to do in order to get a driver's license. So therefore, in order to get a carry permit, you have to have some type of classroom and some type of test. And that would screw over the states that don't have that now. So
no, they need to keep the government out of it.
Right. I think the requirement things are stupid.
Yeah, I do too.
More states are going constitutional carry, so we're going in the right direction. And guess what? Bad stuff's not happening. So you want to talk OK Corral and shooting people over parking spaces and all that junk? Well, it's not happening when you don't even need a permit to conceal carry in what is 11 states now or something?
Oh,
or is it 9? It's quite a few.
Anyway, gentlemen, we've run over by 10 minutes, which is great.
That's good because we didn't get into the topics till 3 minutes after. So
yeah, true.
They really only got 7 minutes of extra awesomeness.
I know. So, but anyway, I'm going to call it quits, and I appreciate everybody who showed up, and I appreciate you guys for participating.
Yeah, thanks for having me in here.
You know what I should have done, which I didn't do? I should have pasted the thing in that chat more often. In case somebody out there wanted to join in. I ain't done it for a while, But
that's all right. I think most people listening they're at work and stuff.
Yeah.
Or they're not able to talk.
All right. All right. Now I appreciate it, Smeggy. John.
Thank you, Rick.
Okay, and we will see you next Saturday at 3:00.
Copy that.
Have a good one.
Take it easy, sir.